This is great names, great champions, a lot of storylines you have here, starting with Adrian Broner going into a fight after what happened to him in December. Where is he going to be? We know physically he's going to be there. What did that fight take out on him? Mentally, we're only going to find out when the first bell rings. Then, of course, the 50-50 fight between Amir Khan and Luis Colasso. Really, top to bottom, the best card we have ever promoted. You saw it yesterday when we had the fighter arrival. A lot of fans from Argentina, a lot of fans from the United Kingdom. This really is an event where the world, the boxing world and the sports world will unite here at the MGM Grand. I personally can't wait for the first bell to ring. This is champion versus champion. This is country against country. It is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. The guy who talks the talk and walks the walk against a young, hungry fighter in Marcos Maidana who literally punched his way into this fight. He's not the guy who talks the talk, but he is the guy who walks the walk. And on Saturday night, he's going to go in there trying to make, against all odds, the impossible possible, beating the pound-for-pound king and unravel the Mayweather puzzle. Can he do it? We will see. He is hungry, he's ready, and he wants it. Nobody gave him a chance when he came here to the United States against vicious Victor Ortiz, making a first impression which still is with us, when he stopped vicious Victor Ortiz. Ortiz back then was heralded as one of the young emerging stars. Nobody gave him a chance, including all of you guys. Nobody gave him a chance against Adrian Broner. And you know what? Now again, nobody is giving him a chance. That's the position he likes to be in. Great night of boxing, top to bottom. It is a pleasure to work with Mayweather Promotions again, and it is an honor and a pleasure for me now to introduce to you the CEO of Mayweather Promotions to make some opening remarks. Leonard?
Thank you, Richard. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out. This is going to be a fabulous event. Come Saturday night, a terrific fight. The best fighter in the world versus Marcos Maidana. Great, great fight. On behalf of Mayweather Promotions, I'd like to thank our partner, Golden Boy Promotions, Richard Schaefer, Richard Stern, Stephen Espinosa, and more importantly, our team, my staff, the TMT staff, and none other than Floyd Mayweather himself. I'd like to make a special announcement though. Floyd comes up with many creative ideas that things happen and people just don't know how they come together. He came to me about 2 weeks ago, and because he has a tremendous heart. He doesn't get a lot of credit for all his philanthropy that he's done over the years and what a big giver he is. You know, we all see the flashy, flamboyant side of him, but it's all just part of entertainment. Deep down inside, the true man, Floyd Mayweather, is a giver at heart. So he came to me and he said that he wanted to acknowledge and do something special for breast cancer survivors. So he's decided to bring 46 breast cancer survivors along with the guests out to our fight on Saturday night. And he'll be making a donation to the Susan G. Komen Foundation on behalf of that. And also he's donating this amount for all the survivors to purchase wigs. So I would like to call up Stephanie Kirby. She's the Executive Director of the Susan G. Komen Foundation and their guest for Saturday.
Don't want to block them.
This
15 fouls.
Everybody okay? Got it? Good? Okay, thanks.
Now hold it up so he signs
Hold
it.
it higher.
Yep.
There we go. Good.
Thank you, Leonard. I don't really want to go into details on what happened here 3 weeks ago. Vicious attack against the MGM Grand. That was uncalled for. I think it was uncalled for in that public forum. You don't deal with matters like that. And the MGM Grand, it is not just the brand, you know, it is the people. It is the people who make the MGM the greatest property here in Las Vegas and in my books around the world. There are many people here, thousands, tens of thousands of people which are employed by the MGM resorts, I think over 60,000 people. This was not an attack just against my friend here to the left. It was an attack against all of those people. People like Scott Gertner, who has been here for 18 years. People you guys don't know, and Ed Kidd, back there, 25 years. Ed McPeak, over 20 years at the MGM. Jim Keller, 21 years. Tim Testa, 14 years. Terry Batcher, 12 years, and so many more. We cannot condemn that kind of behavior, because what this hotel has done for the sport of boxing is out of this world. They have put together the biggest and best promotions. The sport of boxing is today where it is because of these people who are passionate about the sport of boxing. It is a pleasure and an honor for me to introduce to you somebody who has been for 40 years with that company. It is these people who make the MGM the greatest and grandest hotel in the world. Please welcome my friend, the President of Sports and Entertainment of the MGM Resorts Group, Richard Stern.
Thank you very much, Richard. It's a pleasure to welcome back Floyd Mayweather to his home at MGM Grand. He looks to once again earn a win and run his record to 46-0. With a victory, Mayweather will put another stamp on the sports history books and add another chapter in becoming the best fighter the sport has ever seen. MARCOS Maidana makes his return to MGM Grand for the first time in nearly 2 years. It was Mexican Independence Day in 2012 when Maidana earned a decisive technical knockout win in the MGM Grand Garden. However, the fight experience will not exist only in the MGM Grand Garden, as 6 of our 10 resort properties are offering closed-circuit viewing where restaurants, bars, and lounges will provide guests with great food and beverage specials. We'd like to give a special thanks to Oscar De La Hoya, Richard Schaefer, and the entire Golden Boy Promotions staff, Al Heyman, Leonard Ellerby, and the Mayweather Promotions team, Team Maidana and its camp, Stephen Espinoza with Showtime, and for the first time, we'd like to congratulate and welcome Bob Bennett, the Nevada State Athletic Commission's recently selected executive director. Once again, thanks for being here, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday night for this great event. Thank you.
Thank you. Always great to be back here in Las Vegas, and this event is certainly one of the biggest Las Vegas have seen. As a matter of fact, I pulled the records of the largest boxing gates in the history of Las Vegas, and I'm proud to announce that this will be the 4th largest gate in the history of boxing here in Las Vegas. The only larger one was Mayweather Canelo, Mayweather De La Hoya, and Lewis against Evander Holyfield. So the 4th largest gate. You saw yesterday terrific reception. You see it's going to be close to 15 or maybe a little over $15 million. So this is a great night for boxing here in Las Vegas again. it is a pleasure for me now to introduce to you the chairman of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Francisco Cisco Aguilar.
Thank you. Thank you to Golden Boy. We're always excited to have Golden Boy here, Richard Schaefer, Oscar De La Hoya, and of course the MGM team. Mr. Sturm mentioned earlier, the commission did select who we believe is the best candidate to lead our state into the future into unarmed combat sport. Mr. Bennett will start officially May 12th. He's a great guy. I think you all enjoy hearing him, learning from him, working with him, but as you all know, he's still an FBI agent at heart, so be careful. But with that, I wish everybody luck. I wish everybody a safe night, and our officials are ready to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Cisco, and I do wish the new executive director, Mr. Bennett, all the best as well. I'll be looking forward to be working with you in the coming years and continue to bring these great events here to Las Vegas. Now, the next person I'm going to introduce, man, has he been hitting it out of the ballpark. Clearly has quickly become one of the forces in the sport of boxing. Again, it's the passion which drives him. He is really a fan, but he's as well the head of Showtime Sports. It's a pleasure for me to introduce to you now my good friend, Steven Espinosa.
MGM Grand. Overall, during his career, Floyd has fought here at MGM Grand 12 times, which leaves no question that the MGM Grand is the home of the biggest and most important events in boxing and in entertainment as a whole. As always, the staff here at MGM has done a spectacular job marketing this event and setting the stage for what will be a very exciting evening on May 3rd. I must thank Richard Sturm and, as Richard noted, the thousands of MGM employees for their hospitality and for bringing this show to fruition. I use the word show intentionally. When it's a Floyd Mayweather fight, it's always a show. Floyd and Mayweather Promotions don't do fights, they do events. Floyd puts on the show, always. And in addition to the thousands of fans, the biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business come to watch. The list of ticket requests that we've gotten over the last week, bigger than any we've ever had before. A-list actors, music artists, Fortune 500 CEOs, current stars from basically every major sport. We'll have, in boxing alone, we'll have at least 13 current world champions in attendance. There's no other event that gets that kind of turnout within this sport. Saturday night will be boxing's Academy Awards, its Grammys, its Super Bowl. And it's really only through events of this magnitude that we can continue to grow the sport and attract the casual fans. Now, I don't know what's going to happen Saturday night. I don't know who's going to win or how. That unpredictability is exactly what many of us love about the sport. But there's one thing I can guarantee, and that's excitement. There is no event in sports like a Floyd Mayweather fight. There's no atmosphere that even comes close. Add to that the unprecedented co-feature lineup. We've got Amir Khan, who by himself is one of the most exciting fighters in the sport. Never in a dull fight. Adrian Broner, one of the most entertaining fighters in the sport as well. Like him or not, there's no doubt he always entertains. And quietly, almost under the radar, Marcos Maidana is one of the most exciting boxers in the sport. I was ringside to see Marcos stop Victor Ortiz back in the Staples Center. It's a fight that no one thought he could win. I was ringside to see Maidana come within a point of beating Amir Khan in the fight of the year, another fight no one thought he would win. And I was lucky enough again to be ringside last December when Maidana pulled another upset, a fight that no one thought he would win in dominating Adrian Broner. To put it simply, Marcos Maidana is exactly where he wants to be. The underdog, underestimated, perhaps overlooked. But given Marcos Maidana's aggression, his relentlessness, his knockout power, Saturday night is going to be guaranteed excitement. Arguably the biggest fight card ever put together, and I guarantee that it will be a night that will be talked about for a long, long time. Two quick reminders regarding All Access. The third episode of All Access does premiere tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on Showtime. On Friday, we will be doing a combined show, weigh-in live, as well as, for the first time, a live all-access episode. All Access Live will feature something that's never been done, certainly within the sport since I've been a fan. And we'll have a live one-on-one interview jointly with both Floyd Mayweather and Marcos Maidana 24 hours before they step into this ring. I can't wait. I'll see you Saturday night.
Thank you, Stephen. As it has become customary for Floyd Mayweather events, you can obviously see him live here at the MGM. There, as I said before, a few tickets left. There are about 20,000 closed circuit seats available within the MGM resort properties for $75 a piece. I think over 5,000 of them are sold out already. And then you have, of course, the pay-per-view at home. You have the bars and restaurants done by our good friends, Joe Gallardi and his team, for the closed circuit viewing experience. But then you have something which is unique to the Mayweather fights. You have it on the big screen as well. Over 500 movie theaters across the nation are going to show again the Mayweather Maidana fight. And it's a pleasure now to introduce to you the Senior Vice President of Phantom Events, Dan Diamond.
Well, I think Stephen put it best when he said that this is absolutely a huge event. And on behalf of our owners at Fathom Events, the 3 largest theater circuits in the United States, AMC Theaters, the Regal Entertainment Group, and Cinemark, along with over 40 affiliates, we're proud to present our 7th Floyd Mayweather fight in association with Golden Boy, Richard, and Bruce, who have been great partners, our friends at Showtime, Stephen, and that entire team there, Mayweather Promotions, Leonard and your group, and Richard. All the fights have come from the MGM, and you have been more than a great partner in helping us deliver this exciting opportunity to fans in local communities across the United States. We're able to bring boxing back to its organic roots through the movie theaters, and we're seeing fans coming out in bigger and bigger numbers. And when it gets down to events, the biggest films and the biggest events happen inside of our theaters. And when Floyd Mayweather fights, and he's got a very worthy opponent in Maidana in this particular fight, and a tremendous undercard, again, the opportunity for people to participate, for families to come out to movie theaters and connect, and for the fact that the movie theaters create an even bigger environment that complements the Showtime broadcast of the event, that complements everything that's going on in local communities, and allows all boats to rise and everybody to participate in this is something that we're very, very proud of. So I encourage all of you to tell your friends and family to tune into their television stations or to Showtime rather, and watch the fight if they can, and to get to a local movie theater and experience it as well, because across the country, in just about every major market, there'll be a theater near you with the biggest fighters in the world on the biggest screens for the biggest event of the year. Thanks so much.
Now, I'd like to acknowledge and thank very much our sponsors, AT&T and O'Reilly. They've been very much committed to boxing, promoting our events with activation. So a big thank you to them. They're doing a terrific job, and they're very important and integral part of this great fight and this great promotion. Now, when it comes to activating and having a commitment to really integrate their brand and our brand and the fight within their product range and within all their different marketing points, and come up with different forms of activation, there are very, very few which are taking it to the level Corona has. Corona made a huge commitment to the sport of boxing. Some of you might know that Corona Mexico and Corona United States is 2 separate entities now. Here in the United States, Corona is part of Crown Imports, which produces and distributes Corona here. And what they have done is really unheard of. They are as well one of the largest sports marketer in the world. They're sold throughout the United States, in all 50 states, unlike other brands which are exclusive to certain markets, 3-4 markets in the Western United States. This is a national brand, this is a big brand, this is as big as it comes, and the commitment they have to promote here at the MGM as well, is unheard of. It's a pleasure now for me to introduce to you the Senior Manager of National Sponsorships for Crown Imports, the guy who really makes it all happen, Daniel Kinghorn.
Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you to Golden Boy. It's a great sponsorship for Corona. We work with great people, Richard, Bruce Binko, the list goes on and on. So it's been a great sponsorship for us. They allow us to do things that we don't normally get to do, and they make it fun. Also want to thank Mayweather Promotions and everybody. Thank you very much. We're really looking forward to this fight. This weekend is Cinco de Mayo. Actually, everybody will be celebrating over the weekend. Monday is Cinco de Mayo. But so all over the country, people will be having house parties. They'll be at restaurants and venues and bars and nightclubs celebrating. So we remind everybody to relax responsibly and then take time to watch this fight, because it's going to be a great fight. And we're just really thrilled to be a part of it. I also want to thank the people that make us look good, and that's Frias Works, who does everything here at the hotel, and we love being at the MGM. Great people that we work with there, and also like to thank Touchpoint, and we work with them as well. So thank you, and we're looking forward to the fight. Thank you.
I don't know who's going to win, but one thing I know for sure, you will never, ever, ever see a boring or bad Marcos Maidana fight. It just doesn't exist. So you can look for firework and action coming from this side, because this guy here, the best dressed guy on the dais today, he is coming to win. Sorry, Leonard, come on. Before I'm going to turn it over to Marcos, I'd like to introduce to you his advisor, who has been with Marcos for a long time. He's a terrific guy to work with, smart as they come, very passionate about it, and really looks out for Marcos. And that's my good friend, Sebastian Contursi. You want to come up and say a few words, Sebastian?
Primero voy a hablar en español porque esta es una fiesta de la raza y de todos los latinos. Estamos en representación de ellos. Tenemos no solo 40 millones de argentinos, sino unos cientos de millones de latinoamericanos. Eso nos da mucho orgullo. Pero primero que nada agradecerle a Richard Schaefer de Golden Boy Promotions, a Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerby, a Showtime, Stephen Espinosa, al MGM, que evidentemente es el mejor hotel del mundo. Maidana está en una habitación que el baño de Maidana es más grande que todas las casas del equipo juntos, para que se den una idea. Así que bueno, agradecerle también, por supuesto, al equipo encabezado por Robert García, la gran preparación que hizo Alex Ariza. Estamos realmente aquí para ganar. Y una pequeña anécdota solamente, que cuando se confirmó la pelea, creo que era el cumpleaños de Mayweather, la fecha que se oficializó, recibimos, Maidana y yo, cientos de llamados y todos felicitándonos y diciéndonos, qué bueno, los felicitamos por eso. Y tanto Maidana como yo respondimos una cosa, muy humildemente, pero felicítennos el 4 de mayo, no ahora. I'm going to say it in English now. First off, I really thank Richard Schaefer from Golden Boy Promotions, Leonard Ellerby and Mayweather Promotions, Floyd Mayweather for giving us the opportunity, Showtime, Stephen Espinosa, the MGM Grand, which is the best hotel in the world. I was just saying that Maidana is staying in a room, and his bathroom is bigger than like 4 or 5 of our houses back home in Argentina, so that tells much. Anyways, and of course the best advisor in the world, which is Al Heyman. Just one thing, the day it was confirmed and announced by Mayweather Promotions that we were going to be facing him, we received hundreds and hundreds of phone calls congratulating us for getting the fight, just for getting the fight. And both Maidana and me responded those calls just saying, very humbly is what I'm saying, because we are facing the best in the world and maybe one of the best in history. But we just say to these people calling that don't congratulate now, congratulate us on May 4th. So thank you very much. We are here representing La Raza, Latinos, and we have hundreds of Latinos behind us. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Sebastian. Marcos has put a terrific team behind him with Alex Ariza, who I think is here as well, who is getting him in shape and ready. And then, of course, one of the trainers who quickly is becoming one of the best in the sport, has a big stable of fighters, and the work he does with them, I think, speaks for themselves. It's a pleasure for me to introduce to you now Marcos Maidana's trainer, the 2012 Trainer of the Year, Robert Garcia.
Good afternoon to everybody. The moment is here. You know, we're a few days away from the fight. We had a great training camp. We did everything we were supposed to. Chino responded to everything. The work that Alex Ursa did, myself, my assistants, the cook, everybody in our team did a great job. Everybody did their best, and we're all here to come out and do what we do best. And Chino has done it before. He has proven the world wrong, and we're ready to do it again this Saturday. I want to thank Mayweather's team, very respectful team to us. We got nothing but respect for them. But come the day of the fight, we're in a fight. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Robert. I truly believe that in this fight, Floyd Mayweather is playing with fire. He is, it's easy to underestimate, and I know he's the ultimate pro, and he's my friend, and he doesn't underestimate anybody, but it's easy to underestimate somebody like Marcos Maidana because he's quiet, he doesn't really talk, but once the first bell rings, the definition of having your fists do the talking, that definition is Marcos Maidana. I'm not going to tell you what he has accomplished so far to get here. Obviously, he has done something right to be here today, but that is not the end of his journey. This is the beginning of his journey. You have no idea what that means to him, to be here and to beat Floyd Mayweather. That's all he wants. It is a pleasure for me to introduce to you the welterweight, the WBA welterweight world champion, Marcos El Chino Maidana.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon to everybody.
Bueno, quiero agradecer a mi familia, a mi equipo, bueno, a nadie más porque esto me lo gané yo con mi esfuerzo.
I want to thank my family, my team, and that's about it, because this I won it with my effort.
Esta oportunidad me la gané yo, nadie me regaló nada.
Nobody's given me anything to me. The opportunity, I earned it myself.
Y bueno, vengo con muy buen estado físico, me preparé muy bien. Sé que esta es una pelea muy fuerte, muy difícil.
I know this is a very difficult fight, that's why I trained like never before.
Mayweather, como todos sabemos, es un gran campeón, un excelente boxeador.
Mayweather, like everybody knows, is an excellent fighter and a very difficult fighter.
Pero como dice la raza acá, a mí me vale madre ese güey.
La raza says, I don't give a fuck about him.
Bueno, gracias por estar aquí, así que, bueno, buenas tardes.
All right, thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Marcos. Now I'm going to give it back to CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerby. Leonard?
Behind every great fighter, there's always a great team. Somewhere probably in the back, I'd like to acknowledge my partner in crime, Al Heyman. Also, I would like to acknowledge two of the top trainers in the sport, Floyd's dad, Floyd Mayweather Sr., and Roger Mayweather, former two-time world champion. just yesterday, something interesting happened when we were doing a round table, and it just kind of made me think. All this is history we all are experiencing now. I personally don't feel there will be other great fighters that come along, but there will never, ever be a Floyd Mayweather. We're witnessing history. And Floyd made an interesting comment at the round table yesterday that this very well could be his last fight. I was shocked. I mean, you know, it was news to me. You know, obviously we have a long-term deal with our partner Showtime, but we never know. Come Saturday night, this could be it. That's why any and everything we do, all this is history. Just getting a glimpse, just being here at this press conference, just being able to come together and watch his events. Because this will never, ever be duplicated again. Never. With that being said, this is going to be a terrific fight come Saturday night. I think that Maidana will bring the best out in Floyd. I think he will make Floyd bring out that A game that he talks about, that he's never ever had to do. We know Maidana, he comes to bring it. From the opening bell, he's not going to sit back. You know, that's not what he does. He's coming from that opening bell to try to take Floyd's head off. And Floyd has prepared well. He's had an excellent training camp, and he's ready to go. So without further ado, 10-time world champion, 5 different weight classes, the current WBC super welterweight champion, the current WBA super welterweight champion, and also the current WBC welterweight champion, none other than TBE himself, Floyd Mayweather.
We back again. What else can I say? First off, I want to thank God. I want to thank God because without God, all this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank Showtime. I want to thank CBS. I want to thank the MGM Grand. I want to thank all the sponsors. I want to thank Maidana and their team. I want to thank my team, Mayweather Promotions, my staff. We had a tremendous training camp. What else can I say? You know, I've been here before. I know what it takes when it's a fight of this magnitude. When the best versus the best, it takes more than just power. It takes more than just a great heart. You gotta dig deep. It's got to be mentally strong, not just physically strong. Being a professional 18 years now, been world champion 17 years. I train for every fighter like it's my last fight. You know, we all know God don't make mistakes, so I'm not here for no reason. It's obvious I'm doing something right. There's so many great trainers out there I want to acknowledge that works with my team on a daily basis, like Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. And I mean, my team has been remarkable. I mean, basically half of the audience is my team, so it's crazy. But me and my dad, we had a tremendous training camp. Me and Roger, we had a tremendous training camp. And that's what it's about. As of lately, Marcos Maidana has been making a lot of noise. Is he one of the best guys in the sport? Yes, he is. But I am the best. And that's the difference. He's tough. He's rugged. He's the champion. I respect him as a man, but come Saturday, you have to make me respect your fight game. I don't ever go into no fight with no game plan. My game plan is to win and be first. I want to acknowledge another this is another champion, of course, Bernard Hopkins. You know, we don't know what the future holds for us. You know, I know he's 48, 49. I'm 37.
We're almost 200 years old.
Yeah, he's another legendary champion, you know, that I take my hat off to. You know, he paved the way. He has done a lot in the sport, opened up a lot of doors in the sport of boxing, and I commend him for that and respect him for that. You know, I know there's been a lot of talk about me and him, but, you know, I can't overlook this guy. This guy earned it. He earned it. So he's here for a reason. You know, Argentina is a great country, an unbelievable country. And y'all have a true champion in Marcos Maidana. He's a true champion, and he's a warrior, and he got here somehow, some way. I want you to continue to stand behind him. After the fight, before the fight, continue to support him, because he's the type of guy, he represents his country real well. Me, myself, a worldwide figure, but of course I bleed the red, white, and blue first. You know, a lot of times we talk about the negative things, you know, but I like to talk about positive things myself, like, you know, giving back, you know, to the, you know, breast cancer survivors, nothing like that. That's a real great feeling when you're in a position to give back. It's not a number. I don't care if it's 15,000, 20,000, 100,000. I'll give anything back, you know, to the American citizens and to, you know, our women, because, you know, our women are our queens. So we have to respect our women. And I just want to commend you ladies and tell you you are beautiful ladies. Dewan Blake, you know, a lot of times on All Access, you don't get a chance to really see Dewan Blake. My cousin, he's in the sport of boxing, he's behind the scene. But a lot of these championship fights and a lot of our fighters that's under the Mayweather banner, he has helped out a lot and give 110%. So I have to acknowledge him and tell him, you know, we appreciate you. I couldn't choose a better network than Showtime. Steven Espinoza, I mean, you do a remarkable job, unbelievable. Everything I asked for, y'all gave me everything I asked for and even more. MGM Grand, 18 years, and we still here going strong. Saturday, how the fight gonna play out? That's why it's so interesting. I can't tell you how the fight gonna play out. Maidana can't tell you how the fight gonna play out. That's why it's so interesting. You know, and like I tell the young fighters, every day that's in my gym. Don't watch TV, watch me. And when you're watching TV, watch me. So, Saturday night, watch me. But you gotta pay. Richard Stern, you are remarkable. You're a great guy. You're a stand-up gentleman. Everything that I asked for from the MGM Grand, y'all gave me, and even more. I have a lifetime bond and a lifetime relationship with you guys. I respect this hotel. And of course, you know, you have people say a lot of negative things because they're mad because their run is coming to an end. And we are the new era of boxing. All the different all the different media outlets, social media. I want to acknowledge and tell you guys that, you know, I appreciate you guys for supporting this event. We have a tremendous undercard. You know, you're hearing a lot about Adrian Broner, which is a great thing, Amir Khan, which is a great thing, but Jalen Love is the guy that I'm here to support. But I support all fighters, but Jalen Love come first because he's under my banner. And will he be champion? Absolutely. Everything takes time. Nothing happens overnight. And it's obvious, you know, I had a good team for me to be in the sport only 1 year and become champion and hold the title for my whole career. You know, that's something that's never been done before, that will never be duplicated. Do I wish and do I hope that somebody break my record? Absolutely. Records are made to be broken. But I'm here. I may have 3 more fights after this. I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do. But I can promise you this. Saturday, I'm gonna give you guys what you wanna see. This is not gonna be the same fight that I fought with Canelo. The same fight with Robert Guerrero. It's gonna be a total different fight. No game plan at all. Be first, and I'm gonna be right there. I wanna, of course I gotta tell, I wanna tell my father, because I know he up there. I still got a good vision. I'm getting old, but I got a good vision. And I gotta acknowledge Nate Jones. There's so many people I wanna acknowledge. There's so many people here. I can't touch everybody. Then when I get home, they're gonna say, you didn't say nothing about me, or you didn't say nothing about me. So I'm trying to touch on everybody. Of course I gotta acknowledge my father, because without my father, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Nate Jones, every day, I beat that bodysuit up. You wear that body outfit, I beat it up every day. You my friend, I love you, appreciate you. Training camp, it was unbelievable. And my security staff, my massage therapist, my driver, we're here. Saturday. So we're still wondering who's going to solve the May Vinci Code. Who's going to solve the May Vinci Code? Everybody game plan is to come straight ahead, keep pressure, hit him on the leg, hit him on the hip, hit him with a low blow, headbutt him. I still find a way to win. They said, well, this guy right here, he's super fast. I still find a way to win. This guy got a good left hook. This guy got a good right hand. This guy go to the body good. I still find a way to win. This guy got good defense. This guy got the best jab. This guy throw combinations. I still find a way to win. Saturday, I'll find a way to win.
I love that My Vinci Code. Very clever. Well, thank you all for coming. Can't wait for Saturday. A couple days to go, 3 days to go. We have a lot of activities planned. Tonight is the final episode of All Access, and then of course a weigh-in, which will be the biggest weigh-in we have staged so far, with a great musical performance as well. A lot of champions are here. It's free to the public. The entire venue is set up, and then on Saturday, of course, the fights. So I can't wait to see you there. Thank you so much, and we're going to post the fighters now.